All right, guys, here's how to handle an FR5. I wrote a really short version. First thing, I'm in E minor, so minor solfege, 2 octaves. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do. 2 octaves. I want to keep in mind in minor, all my 5 chords are going to have a T, also my 7 diminished if there are any. So if E, I want to think of the piano key E, go down a half step, D what? D sharp will be the T. So I could even, for my te, put a little sharp to make them T. I could think about that. T is a sharp. Before I start, I want to label my solfege of only the first chord. I know it's do here, so it's a 1 chord. Do, sol, me, and do is how that one worked out. Oops, sorry. Hard to work my phone while doing this at the same time. Okay, now I have a 7 and a sharp. A sharp sign with no number means sharp the 3rd. That's always going to end up being your T in minor. So 7 means the root is in the bass. Remember 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 2. Root 3rd, 5th, 7th. The root is in the bass. So sorry, I forgot to draw the bass note here. There we go. Bass note is sol. So sol is the root. That's a 5 chord. So I go here. Sol, T with a sharp. That's why the 3rd is sharped. The 3rd above the bass is T. 1, 2, 3. 5, 7. Sol, Ti, re, fa. For 5, 7, I trained you. Rewrite T with a sharp sign before it. Re and fa. Put a little bar here between sol and re. I need either sol or re. I can leave out the 5th if I want and double sol. Have 2 sols. Depends on the voice leading. Just depends how it works. And my last chord is how to do a suspension, 4-3. The 4th above the bass will end up being a 3. To do the suspension, I cover it up. Nothing. Do is the root, that's a 1 chord. Do, me, sol. Me is a 3rd, it's going to start as fa. 4-3, fa, me. So that's a 1 chord. My voice will go fa, me, and I need do and sol. Some cases with 5, 7, and 1, I can leave out sol. Basically, if I have a re, I think I leave out the sol. If I have 2 sols, I put a sol here. Depends which one. A complete 5, 7 will yield an incomplete 1. An incomplete 5, 7, meaning 2 sols, a T and a fa, will yield the complete 1. You'll see how that happens. Okay, so now I want to go to the closest possible. My Roman numerals don't increase by 1, so I go to the closest possible. Let me see here. I want to use do will almost always go to T, so I'll just do that one. Me can go to either fa or re. It doesn't really matter. There's a couple different ways I can do this. So I'll keep my sol on sol. And then my me can go to, let me see, re, that works. Wait, sol. Oh wait, I got my fa? Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, me goes to fa, done. So I have a sol, sol, fa, and T. I left out re. I opted to do 2 sols. I could have voiced it a different way, but I could have had the me go to re and the sol go to fa here. Both are good. Either one would have worked. There were 2 great answers to that. So now my voice that's a fa has to go fa, me. So I find my fa, fa, me. The original, the bass is a whole note, so this will be half notes. It's in the alto. My T loves to go to do. And my sol can just stay right where it was. Oops, this guy should have been a whole note. So there you go. That's one of the 2 possible answers for this one that would work out perfectly. Okay, so the steps are when you do it, you've got to draw the minor solfege first if it's minor, major solfege if it's major. You label the notes, the solfege of the first chord only. Put your 1 chord there. Sometimes it's blank, sometimes I fill it in. Depends. Then I look at my figured bass and bass note. Figure out, is it root 3rd, 5th, or 7th? And then suppose it end up being the 3rd. I would find 1, 3, 5, and 7. Yeah, you use the bass note to figure out the other notes of the chord. You put who you need up top and your Roman numeral. Your root is the Roman numeral, right? Like if the 3rd is in the bass, the root is do, and that'll be a 1 chord, for example. Then you voice lead. You go to the smoothest possible voice leading. You want them to move as little as possible. If you have two options that are both good, I would do the other voices first and come back using the process of elimination. All right, I hope this helps. Good luck tomorrow.